Far away.
Ready to go? Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see so many of you joining us here this afternoon. I'm such a pleasure to be joined by Federal Greens Senator Jordon Steele-John and Kathleen Maltzahn, our Greens candidate for Richmond, as we announce our plans to create a more inclusive Victoria. The Greens have welcomed the NDIS rollout across this country because it's a type of transformation in services that we need. However, we are concerned about a number of gaps that are emerging in the NDIS rollout in Victoria. That's why today the Greens announced $100 million of funding to ensure that we address the gaps that are emerging as the NDIS rolls out in our community, and that extends from respite to advocacy services. We've already announced funding to meet the shortfall in community mental health funding. We also want a truly accessible public transport system, and that's why the Greens have announced $2.3 billion to make our tram network more accessible. Jordon, Kathleen and I are about to get onto the 86 tram to test out the accessibility of this tram route, and it's a high priority for us that this tram route is upgraded with accessible tram stops. We also want to make sure that the entire built environment is accessible. We've had some improvements improving the accessibility of our public environment, footpaths for example, but so many new homes that are built in this state are not accessible to people. We would reform and revise the Planning and Environment Act to make sure that universal design principles at the heart of every planning decision that is made for new homes across this state. So this is about something that's beyond and more transformational. We want to see a truly inclusive state. It's beyond just the NDIS. It's transforming our societies to be truly accessible and inclusive. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Sam.
We'll move this.
Talk along ourselves. That traffic noise is an absolute shit, isn't it? Why we need more public transport. Interruption of media conferences. Yeah.
Are we good to go?
Yeah. Everybody? Okay, well thank you so much.
Just a sec.
Thank you so much, Sam. It's great to be here with you and you, Kathleen, here in Victoria. The energy on the ground is incredible here as people realise that they have an opportunity to vote for a future for all of us at the upcoming state election. The policy that has been announced today, the package that Sam just outlines, represents the opportunity to fundamentally transform the state of Victoria so that it is accessible and inclusive for all Victorians. Public transport, public services, housing should be accessible and inclusive for everyone. And the reality for the 1.1 million disabled Victorians living today is that they are not. I'm about to catch a tram to explore this beautiful city with our candidate for Richmond, Kathleen Maltzahn, and I am more than sure that along the way I will experience an inability to get out and have a look around the city. That should not be the case. We must recognise in Australia that the NDIS is not the end of the transformation that our society must undergo. It is in fact the beginning. We must ensure that our public transport is accessible, and we must fund the gaps that we know exist in support for disabled people, in mental health and in disability support advocacy services as well. That is what the Greens have committed to doing. That is what we are giving the people of Victoria the opportunity to vote for on election day, and I am incredibly excited to be here this afternoon talking about a package which I truly believe will create a better future for all disabled Victorians.